Hey now, look where we are. Made it back, finally. I have not been up here in 6 months, and that is upsetting to say the least. Let's just say I've been busy with work and life and traveling and all of that stuff. You guys know how it is. That's life. All right. From here, I can see that something has been in the bins up underneath the deck. So let's go take a look and see what kind of trouble has been gotten into up there. Hopefully the deck box is untouched, that is latched closed, but there was a bunch of stuff underneath the deck that was just kind of, I just kind of put it there in a bin, and oh wow, I'm not sure I have bug spray, and there's a lot of bugs up here. Not used to this, but let's go up, take a look at the deck, see what kind of trouble has been gotten into. Well, the moment of truth, it looks like the deck box is untouched, but the moment of truth is whether or not I open that deck box and I find any critters inside. So let's give a look. I don't see anything. Look at that. Every single thing is exactly as I left it, which it should be. I should probably put a lock on this. Oh no. Oh, I spoke too soon. Spoke too soon, because that right there, that's a little mouse pile right there. So I'm sure there's a critter in here someplace. We'll have to get them out, unfortunately. Sorry, little guys, but I'm surprised there wasn't more, but I'm not surprised that, I was surprised if there wasn't one at all. But, oh man, you can smell those mothballs. I mean, I put a ton of mothballs in here, and supposedly the mice don't like the mothballs, but apparently they don't hate it enough to not make it their home. So I'll have to get that little guy out of there, and time to set up camp and have a nice weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend, and I actually get to spend 4 days up here instead of just 3, and I'm super stoked about that. So hopefully this will be a nice weekend. All right, let me get to work. Good Lord, just looked at my phone. It's 8:15. I'm not used to it being this light out at 8 o'clock up here. I'm so used to being here in the fall and in the winter and the early spring, and it's dark at 6 o'clock. So I'm not used to this being light out at 8 o'clock. This is nice. So it looks like Klaus has moved a ton of dirt over on his side, so he's been busy. This path, wow. Yeah, that grew in thick. The instant that I got out of the truck, I had to get out the string trimmer and just trim up a lot of brush just to be able to get up here. And we grew a lot of little saplings right there up here that had to come down so that we could get some more daylight and just make it easier to come up the path here. So it's a little overcast, and I'm not sure if I'm going to try and build a fire tonight or not. It's overcast, but it's not supposed to rain, so I don't know. I think I'll try to build a fire. We'll see if I can chop up some kindling with the mighty kindling cracker here, and then close up the deck box in case it does rain. I did, because it is supposed to rain like all day on Sunday. I actually put a tarp over the tent, so we got a rain fly over the tent, because I am expecting a bit of extra precipitation this weekend. So I think it is time to get some kindling cracked up and try and build a fire. And then I am starving. I need to eat. So we got to make some food. All right, let's get to work. Oh my God. The lights work. These lights have not worked since I bought them. I bought them off Amazon and I plugged them in. I had the solar thing on. It's got a little solar panel right there. They have never worked. They've never worked. And now all of a sudden I have lights. This is spectacular. Today's been a good day. First day up at camp. Got a lot of work to do tomorrow. We need to build an outhouse. So I'm going to get cleaned up and grab a couple of cookies and knock off and go to sleep. See you tomorrow. I have wanted to tackle this project for the last 2 trips that I have made up here, and it just has not happened. And it is finally going to happen. We need to build an outhouse. So it's time to build a shitter. This is the number one thing that is preventing all of the females from coming up here to camp. So Lindsay right? Jack and Rosie, Chris and Krista, all the females. Now, most females will pee in the woods once or twice. But usually if you ask them to spend a whole weekend in the woods and go number 1 and number 2, they're usually not having it. Now, an outhouse is not the perfect situation. The perfect situation is a nice campsite with an actual bathhouse, shower house with a toilet with running water. But we're not there. We're not going to be there for a couple of years. So this project needs to get done. Right now, this is our current toilet situation. And it has served its purpose for me and a couple of the guys that have been up here with me. Built this little box. It's got a nice little seat hole. And it's the same thing as an outhouse, just there's no house. So you're very out in the open. The ladies prefer at least a smidge of privacy. So we are going to build an outhouse. And I'm super excited for this project, even though it's like the most basic thing in the world. But also we are going to be renting the campsite out. And again, if you're very used to primitive camping, this is fine. It does its job. But, right, we want to make things just a little bit nicer. So, time to build an outhouse. Got a big hole to dig, and then I'm just going to use the same capstones that I used for this. We'll use that for the foundation, and I'm going to have to go to Lowe's, get some 2x4s, and just a couple of pressure treated boards, and some T111 siding, and I'll just do clear corrugated for the roof. That's it. We will have an outhouse by the end of this weekend. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, so I have to get as much of this done today as I possibly can. So, time to get to work. All right, I've got this roughed in here with these 2 blocks that I had underneath the deck. I think I have to go a little bit wider. I gotta go grab my tape measure. I haven't measured anything. I just started digging. That's the plan. Shoot first, ask questions later. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is to make like a half block, and I think I need a half block. So the goal is to make this 36 by 36. Just gonna make it square, makes things easy. And I think I probably have to widen this side out just a little bit and then squeeze a half block in there. So I'll grab the tape measure and take some measurements. Then I'm probably off to Lowe's to go grab blocks and plywood and everything else that I need. And then we'll get building. All right, got the foundation in. Looking pretty good. I like it so far. Don't fall over. So we've got hole dug and got our blocks in, pressure treated on top, and time to build some walls.